Hi, this is Hardball Retro. Welcome to the Retrodome. Today we'll be playing Game 3 of the World Series between the Kansas City Royals and the Cincinnati Reds using my 1975 through 1979 Actuals Season Replay, aka the Franchise Best Players. This is where I take the top 40 player seasons from a half decade using win shares to evaluate those players, put them on their respective team rosters, and then we played out a complete season and playoffs, and we ended up here with the Royals and the Reds facing off. So as I said, we're Game 3. We're knotted. Series is knotted at one game apiece. And we've got a pair of southpaws on the mound. Larry Gurra going for Kansas City, and Don Gullett for Cincinnati. So without any further ado, let's get this game underway. We're going to have Ernie Harwell on the play-by-play, and then I'll return at the end to review the box score.
Here we go again, sports fans. It's series time. I'm Ernie Harwell, and welcome to Kansas City Royal Baseball. Join the crowd and enjoy the action. You're on 66 WAPBA. We're coming to you from out here at the park. Today, the visiting Cincinnati Reds will test the Royals at home. This is the championship series, game number 3 in this 7-game series. Baseball is sport, and we'll share with you what we see on the field. Right now, they're even, 1-1. The Royals take the field here in the first. Robinson has set his opening slate. Mayberry at first base. Pike at second. Potak the shortstop. Brett at third. Across the outfield, in left, is Wilson. And center, Otis. And over in right, Cowan. Porter is behind the plate, batting seventh and DHing McRae. And on the mound for the Royals, the left-hander Splitor. Forbes Splitor, his first appearance in the series. He will be facing Red starter, left-hander Norman. So settle in. This is a championship game. Here's Morgan to lead it off. He bats from the left side. Splitor brings it down and in, and just out of the strike zone. Splitor thought it was in there, but Morgan draws a walk. That's a tough pitch to take. Rose is stepping up to hit against Splitor. The switch hitting Pete will bat right for Cincinnati. No outs. Morgan on at first. The run is going. It's a shot to left center. Otis is racing to the gap, and he shags it down. One away. And Morgan returns to first as the throw comes in. Foster up. The pitch. Hit deep. Otis takes 3 steps to his right, back, and he takes it in. That's out number 2. Morgan is tagging, but the coach holds him at first. Here's Bench. He's their cleanup hitter. 2 gone. Morgan on first for Cincinnati. Splitor fires it in. Bench smacks it straight down the line and left. Could it go? It could. And it's foul. Just outside the left field foul pole. Strike 1. Morgan, 2 full strides off first. Splitor rocks and fires. Bouncer to White. He flips the contact at second. And they get him. 3 down. For the Reds. 0-0-0. They lead 1. Reds, nothing. Royal coming up. The Reds take the field here in the first. Manager Robinson sends out his squad this way. Dreesen at first base. Morgan at second. Concepcion, the shortstop. Knight at third. The outfield consists of Foster in left field, Griffith in center field, and Rose over in right. Bench is behind the plate at DH. Perez. He bats 6th. And today the Royals will try to solve southpaw Norman. Orb Norman, his first appearance in the series. When he's on, he owns the plate. Here's Wilson to start it off. The pitch. Banged to left center. Base hit. Wilson rounds first and holds with a single. Orb Wilson is 6th hit of the series. Next up, Kansas City hitter Porter. First baseman Dreesen is on the bag. Wilson with a substantial lead. The offering. It misses. Ball 4. And Porter will get the base. And Wilson moves to second. Wilson on second. Porter on first. No one out. Here's Brett. He lets one go. Swung on, and it's a hard line to Morgan. Caught. And the runners hold. Runners at first and second. One gone. Here's left-handed Mayberry to take his swings. The runners take their lead. And the pitch. And he walks him. John Moses down to first. That will fill him up. One away. The table is set for Kansas City. The bottom of the first inning. Kansas City now sends Otis to bat. Infield back at double play depth. Norman over the offering. Popped high to the left side. Knight moves under it. And it drops. He misjudged it. Otis is out. Infield fly rule. And the runners hold. Next up, Cowens. The Royals have 2 away. Bases sold out. The runners take their lead. Here's a pitch. Base hit right field. Rose is after it. He cuts it off deep in the gap. Wilson scores. Porter is well around third. Mayberry is around second. They're waiting Porter in. They're sending Mayberry to third also. Porter scores. Mayberry makes third. As the throw comes into Morgan. So the single drives in 2, and the Royals go ahead by 2-0. First inning for Cowens, his second hit of the series. And Cowens now with 2 runs batted in. 2 gone. Runners at first and third. Kansas City now sends McRae to bat from the right. The pitch. Easy bounce at Morgan. He feels it. Over to Concepcion, covering second. For out number 3. The half for the Royals. 2. Runs 2. Hits, no errors. They lead 2. They jump into the lead. Royals leading by 2. 2-0. For Cincinnati, it'll be Dreesen, Perez, and Knight. Dreesen will start the second. Splitor comes to him. Grounded to the right side, White to his left. And it sneaks through. Single for Dreesen. Next batter, Perez. Splitor into his motion. Delivers. Grounded hard to second. Bad bounce. He keeps it in front of him. Throws quickly to first. And he's gone. One away. Dreesen moves into scoring position. Knight is out to get his licks. He bats right. The Reds have one gone. Dreesen on second. Dreesen stretching his lead. The pitch. Swung on. Softly hit line to the center. Here comes Otis. He makes the running catch. Steals a hit from Knight. Dreesen held up, and now he tags. But the coach flashes the stop sign as the ball is fired back in. Two down, second inning, one on. Griffey advancing to the bat. Splitor working on Dreesen to hold him close. Splitor spins and fires to second, and it's in the dirt. Scooped by Patek. The tag. Safe. Good move. He almost had him. Shortstop Patek moved in behind Dreesen. Splitor is back on the rubber. Splitor cranks it up. Right in there. He's called out on strike. Must have been looking for something else. Side retired. The line for the Reds. No runs on one hit. They leave one. They had a chance but could not convert. Royals still with a 2-run lead. We go to the bottom of the second inning. For Kansas City here in the second. White, Patek, and Wilson. Here's White to lead it off. Right-hander. Now the pitch. Grounded to short. Concepcion is there. The throw to first. Gets him. One down. Patek is the next hitter. Norman winds up. It's deep to center. Way back. Griffey is racing to the track against the wall. And he makes the catch. 2 down. The Royals have 2 gone, nobody on. Here's Wilson to take his swings. The pitch. Hit like a bullet. Morgan waves at it, but it's by him into right, and Wilson racks up a base hit. Really, it is second hit in this game for Wilson. His second hit of the series. Two down, second inning, one on. Porter is stepping up to hit against Norman. He bats left-handed. The offering to Porter. Swung on. Big K. And Porter is retired. 3 down. The line for the Royals. No runs, 1 hit. They leave 1. Royals over the Reds. 2-0. And they'll try to protect that lead in the third. For Cincinnati, it'll be Concepcion, Morgan, and Rose. To get it going, Concepcion. Splitor winds and fires. Healthy cut by Concepcion. Base hit right field. And Concepcion will hold it first as the throw comes into second. He's on with a single for Concepcion. His hit of the series. Reds hitter Morgan. The pitch from Splitter. Morgan hacks to the ball out of the strike zone. He manages to tap it to a right hit too slowly for the double play. The quick toss to Mayberry, and they get him by a hair. One down. Concepcion goes to second. One gone, third inning, one on. Rose will bat next for Cincinnati. Concepcion edges a bit more off second. He brings it in. Popped a mile high. White is backing up. He's under it and makes the catch. Two down. Two gone, third inning, one on. Here's Foster. Concepcion trying to look casual as he edges toward third. The pitch. That's skied to right center, medium deep. Otis roams over. He calls. Can of corn. That's three away. For the Reds, nothing across. One left. They had a chance but could not convert. Royals up 2-0. The Royals now send up the heart of their order to face Norman. The 3-4-5 hitters, Brett, Mayberry, and Otis. To get it going, Brett. Norman comes home. High fly ball to center. Griffey drifts back. He's at the warning track. Taps the glove and brings it down. One down. Now at bat, Mayberry. The pitch to Mayberry. High fly ball to deep center. Griffey is back on the track. Reaches up and brings it down. Two away. Two away. Third inning. Otis is out to get his licks. He bats right. He lets it go. Otis stops it down the third baseline. It'll be a tough play for Knight. The off-balance peg. Yes. Got him by a stride. Sweet play by Knight. Royals go down. So the Royals are retired in order. The score still stands 2-0 Royals as we head for the top of the fourth inning. Bench, Jason, and Perez to bat next. Bench leading off the fourth. Splitter to the wind. It's hop to the right side. Mayberry feels it on the big bounce. He will flip the Splitter. And Bench is retired. Jason gets set to bat against Splitter. Splitter winds and fires. High fly ball to deep right center. Otis is racing to the track. So is Cowens. Otis waves him off and brings it down. Two gone. Right-handed batter Perez now walks out to bat. The pitch. Splitter loses him, and he trots down to first. Knight comes up to bat. Perez takes his lead. The pitch. Knight hacks to the ball out of the strike zone. He manages to tap it to a right, scoops it. The quick toss to Mayberry. Out at first. And that retires the side. The half for the Reds. 0-0-0. They lead one. The score still 2-0. Royals leading. For Kansas City, it'll be Cowens, McRae, and White. Here's Cowens to lead it off. He's a right-handed batter. Norman winds up. High fly ball to center. Griffey drifts back. He's at the warning track. Taps the glove and brings it down. One down. Right-handed batter McRae now walks out to bat. None on, one down. The pitch. Strike 3. And it gets away from bench. He picks it up, fires to first. And they get him. 2 gone. For Kansas City. Nobody on. 2 outs. We have White the bat for the Royals. The offering. He goes down on strikes. 3 down. So the Royals go quietly. The score still 2-0. Royals leading. For Cincinnati, here in the 5th, Griffey, Concepcion, and Morgan. To get it going, Griffey. Splitter with the pitch. Swung on, hot smash to White. Just out of reach, and Griffey is aboard with a single. For Griffey, his 4th hit of the series. Concepcion is now up. First baseman Mayberry is on the bag. Griffey with a substantial lead. The pitch jammed him. It's pushed towards second. White charges. Fields it. Flips it to first, and they get him by a hair. 1 away. Griffey goes to second. All right, Morgan steps up to face Splitter. He swings from the left side for Cincinnati. 1 out, runner on second. Griffey extending his lead. Splitter fires it in. A towering fly ball to right. Over Cowan's head. Bounces at the base of the wall. Griffey scores. Morgan's heading for third. Here comes the throw. And he's safe. Onto the tag. Triple and an RBI. So they score 1 on a triple, and the Reds are sneaking up on the Royals. They are within 1. Score now 2-1, and these fans just inched forward in their seats for Morgan, his 2nd hit of the series. That's Morgan's first ribby of the series. 1 down, 5th inning, 1 on. Rose gets set to bat against Splitter. The Royals are looking for the play at the plate. Splitter glances over his shoulder at third. Splitter kicks and deals. Lined into center. Otis charges in, and he grabs it on the run. The ball seemed to hang up for him. Morgan tags. They're waving him home. Here comes the throw. And he's out by inches. Double play. Go to town. Royals. They cut off the tying run. The coach was waving him on with 2 outs. He was going all the way, and they finished his story at the front door. And Morgan, not happy, he's arguing with the ump. But the manager cools him down. That's the 3rd out. The line for the Reds. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. They score, but still trailed by 1. Royals up 2-1. Contact Wilson and Porter to bat next. Contact to lead it off for the Royals. Right-hander. Norman comes to the plate. Swung on. Big K. And Patek is retired. 1 down. One gone. 5th inning. Next to bat for Kansas City is Wilson. He brings it home. Wilson laces it into the gap in right. It's a pointer to the wall. And Wilson pulls into second base, standing up. Third. Safety for Wilson. For Wilson is third. Double of the series. For Wilson is a hit of the series. 1 on. Next to bat for Kansas City is Porter. Wilson edges a bit more off second. The offering from Norman. Way outside. Porter draws a base on balls, and that sets up the double play. Two on. Brett now walks out the bat. He lets it go. Grounded hard to short. Could be 2. Concepcion fields it, flips to Morgan at second. Over to first. Double play, and they get out of the inning. The line for the Royals. No runs on one hit. They leave one. So the Royals fail to capitalize on the runner. The score still stands 2-1 Royals as we head for the top of the sixth inning. Kansas City will now face the heart of the Reds lineup. Foster, bench, and Andreessen coming up. Foster will lead off the sixth. The offering from Splitter. Grounded toward third. Brett fields it. Fires. Got him. One away. Now at bat, bench. Splitter brings it to the plate. A soft liner into left center. Base hit for bench. Wilson jogs over to cut it off. Bench is around first, and he's not stopping. He's at a second ahead of the throw. The tying run is now at second base. For bench is second. Double of the series. For bench is second. Head of the series. All right, here's Jason to take his swings. The Reds have one down. Bench on second. And here comes Royal manager Robinson. He's asking Splitter for the ball. Robinson is bringing in Patel to face Grayson. He'll lose the platoon advantage. So Splitter goes 5 1/3. He yielded 1 earned run so far on 5 hits. 2 walks. 1 strikeout. He's responsible for the runner. He'll win it if they hold the 1-run lead. For Patel, his second appearance of the series. The right-hander Patel has worked 1/3 of an inning. He has a lofty 54 ERA. No record yet. He inherits a runner in scoring position. This will test his effectiveness. For Cincinnati. Bench on at second. 1 gone. Down by 1. Jason now walks out to bat. He bats left-handed. The delivery. A hot grounder down the line. Brett dives. It skips by him. Fair ball. Rolling into the corner. Bench is around third. He'll score. Tie game. Wilson tracks it down. And they're lucky to hold Jason to a double. Back-to-back doubles by the Reds. So the double scores 1 big one. Here come the Reds. They get back the run and even the score. 1 on. Cincinnati now sends Perez to bat from the right. Jason stretches his lead off second. Natel into his motion. Delivers. It's back to him at the mound. He takes a high hop. It handcuffed him. Throws quickly to first. 2 down. Jason moves to third. The go-ahead run is now on third. Knight walks up. 2 down. Runner third. For Cincinnati. Jason takes his lead at third. The pitch. Fly ball hit the left. Wilson playing him just right. He camps under it and makes the catch. 3 away. The line for the Reds. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. They leave 1. They have tied this game. Score 2-2 at the end of 5 1/2. The Royals will have Mayberry, Otis, and Cowan here in the 6th. Okay, to get it going for the Royals here, Mayberry. He bats left-handed. The pitch to Mayberry. Mayberry hits a ground hugger toward second. Morgan picks it up and flips to first. Routine. 1 away. Now coming up, Otis. Norman over the offering. Otis started the swing. Did he hold up? They check for the first base ump. A base on balls for Otis. We have right-handed Cowens to bat for the Royals. The Royals have one down, runner on first. First baseman Jason Pertz right in front of the bag. Now Norman pitches. Cowens swings and rolls it to the right side. Morgan fields it. No play at second. Flips it to first. And they get him by a hair. 2 down. Otis moves up. The Royals have 2 gone. Runner on second. Score tied. It's now McRae, the bat. He swings from the right side. Norman looks back at Otis on second. The pitch. Just off the corner. A base on balls. Norman was trying to be a little too fine, setting up the force. And that's the 5th walk issued by Norman. Well, right-handed batter White now walks out to bat. Runners at first and second. 2 away. Norman fires it in. White pops it up behind the plate. Bench tosses it mask away. Drifts back near the stands. And he makes the catch. That's 3 away. The half for the Royals. No runs, no hits, no errors. They leave 2. So they fail to cash in on the 2 runners. Another half inning gone. Score 2-2 into 6. For Cincinnati, here in the 7th, Griffey, Concepcion, and Morgan. Griffey to lead it off for the Reds. Left-handed hitter to face Natel. The pitch. Swung on. Big K. And Griffey is retired. 1 away. Now at bat, Concepcion. The pitch. Wide of the strike zone. Ball 4. And Concepcion trots down to first. That was Concepcion's first walk of the series. Morgan is now up. Space on the right. Concepcion leading off. Now he comes home with it. Breaking ball. Ball 4. And Morgan trots down to first. Natel is upset with himself. His control has deserted him for the moment. Rose gets set to face Natel. Runners at first and second. 1 away. And here comes Royals manager Robinson. Again. He's asking Natel for the ball. He's calling for Bird. Natel pitched 1 inning in relief. The game for Natel. 1 hit. 2 walks. 1 strikeout. He's responsible for the runners. But Bird, his second appearance of the series. The right-hander Bird has worked 1/3 of an inning. He has a 0 ERA. He'll be looking for the double play. 1 out, 7th inning, 2 on. Rose now walks out to bat. The runners take their lead. The pitch lifted high to right. Cowens chasing it down and takes it in. Both runners are tagging, but they're holding them as the throw comes back in. Okay, now Foster to face Bird. That's right. 2 away, 2 on, first and second for Cincinnati. The runners take their lead. Quick move to the plate. This one could have wings. Up, and away. A 3-run shot to left. That pitch was right in his wheelhouse. So Foster has his first homer of the series. The Reds had 3 big runs, and the Reds break the tie and now lead 5-2. 7th inning for Foster, his second hit of the series. And Foster now with 5 runs batted in. Next up, bench. Bird into his motion. Delivers. Scorched back through the box. It caroms off his leg. Patak charges over. Bang, bang, play at first. Bench is out. Bird shakes it off. He'll be all right. That's 3 away. For the Reds, 3-1-0. And we have a clear leader. The score is 5-2 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Okay, folks, on your feet. Take a break for the 7th inning stretch.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back while it's root for the home team. They don't win, it's a shame. Well, it's 1, 2, 3 strike you out at the old ball game. Play on.
Patak, Wilson, and Porter due up for Kansas City. Here's Patak to start it off. Norman to the wind. Popped high in front of the plate. Bench tosses a mask away. Waves off Knight. And he's got it for out number 1. Wilson walks up. The switch hitter batting right against Norman. Now Norman comes home with it. Right by him, strike 3. 2 down. Here comes Porter to take his cuts. Norman now. A little roller to the right side. Morgan pounces on it. The quick toss to Jason, and he nails Porter by a step. Royal go down. No runs, no hits, no errors, and at the end of 7. After 7, it's still 5-2 Reds. The Reds will have Jason, Perez, and Knight here in the 8th. Here's Jason to start it off. He bats from the left side. The pitch. Popped a mile high. Porter throws off his mask. He's there, takes a step back, and brings it down. 1 away. Next to bat for Cincinnati is Perez from the right. Base is empty. 1 gone. The pitch. Perez skies it to center. Should be easy. Otis roams over for it and records the putout. 2 down. Knight up the bat. Now the pitch. Popped high to the right side. White drifts back. He's calling for it. He reaches up and brings it down for the final out. Bird sets them down in order. We've played 7.5. Royal down 5-2. The Royals now send up the heart of their order to face Norman, Brett, Mayberry, and Otis. All right. Brett to lead it off for the Royals. He's a port sider. For the Reds, Robinson is sent to Geronimo into play right field. Rose is out of the game. Here's Brett to lead it off. Left-handed hitter to face Norman. Norman winds and fires. Lined to right center. That's good for extra bases. Griffith is chasing it down, but there's nothing he can do. Brett cruises at the second. For Brett is second. Double of the series. For Brett is fourth. Head of the series. Nobody out. 8th inning. 1 on. We have Mayberry, the bat for the Royals. And here comes Reds manager Robinson. He's asking Norman for the ball. In from the bullpen is McEnany, the left-hander. So Norman gets his innings. He pitched 7. The line on him, 2 runs. So far, on 5 hits. Walk 5. He struck out 5. He's responsible for the runner. He'll win it if they hold the 3-run lead. For McEnany, his first appearance in the series. He's a southpaw. He inherits a runner in scoring position. It's his game to save. For Kansas City, no outs. Brett standing out at second. Left-handed hitter Mayberry gets set to bat against McEnany. Brett stretches his lead off second. He's on with a leadoff double. And the pitch. Off-speed pitch. Misses. Mayberry draws a walk. For Kansas City, runners at first and second. No one out. The bottom of the 8th inning. Next to bat for Kansas City is Otis from the right. The runners take their lead. McEnany delivers. Grounded hard at night. He scoops it up. Fires to second, and they get him. Over to first. Not in time. Safe at first. And Brett moves to third. All right. Runners at the corners. One gone. Cowens now walks out to bat. Infield deep. The pitch is on the way. Ground ball to Jason. He goes to second for 1. Back to first for 2. Double play. The half for the Royals. No runs, 1 hit. They leave 1. They had a chance but could not convert. The score still 5-2. Royal trail. Griffey, Concepcion, and Morgan due up for Cincinnati. Griffey to lead it off for the Reds. He bats left. To the plate. Popped up. Porter scrambles near the stands. It's playable. And he makes the catch. 1 away. One gone. The next Reds batter is Concepcion, right-hander. Bird brings it to the plate. Banged to left center. Base hit. Concepcion rounds first and holds with a single. Dave with his second hit in this game for Concepcion, his 6th hit of the series. The next Reds batter is Morgan. He's a left-handed batter. One gone. Concepcion on first for Cincinnati. First baseman Mayberry is on the bag. Concepcion with a substantial lead. They start the runner. Line to short, and it's through. Patek was over to cover second, and he poked it right through the hole. Concepcion hustles into third, and Morgan is on with a controlled single. Patek couldn't reverse his direction in time. Geronimo coming up at the plate in the series. Geronimo is now at 1'7". He's walked once. And here comes Royal manager Robinson. He's asking Bird for the ball. On his way to the mound is Patton. So Bird goes 2 innings in relief. The game for Bird. 1 earned run so far on 3 hits. A homer. He's responsible for the runners. For Patton, his first appearance in the series. He's a right-handed pitcher. He'll be looking for the double play. Geronimo's up. So far in the series, Geronimo is now at 1'7". He's walked once. Infield drawn in. Patton looks Concepcion. Back to third. Patton brings it home. Geronimo turns this ball around. It's soaring towards center. Otis turns and gives chase. The boarding house reach. Hits over his head. Off the base of the wall. Otis corrals the ball. Concepcion scores. Morgan rounds third. They're waving him in. And he scores. Geronimo then standing with a double. So 2-run score on Geronimo. Double. And the Reds take a big lead, 7-2. For Geronimo, his second. Double of the series. For Geronimo, his second hit of the series. Geronimo is now knocked in 2 runs in this series for Cincinnati. The 10th hit in this game. Now at bat, Foster. Catcher ready. And they are putting Foster on. Intentional walk. Robinson will let Patton take his chances with bench. Reds hitter bench. He delivers. Bench pulls it into left center. It's the gapper. It's going to roll to the wall. Geronimo will score. Foster rounding third. The throw comes into Mayberry. Bench then standing with a double. And they're holding Foster at third. So the double scores 1, and the Reds add to their big lead. The score now, 8-2. For Bench is third. Double of the series. For Bench is third. Hit of the series. That's Bench's first ribby of the series. Now coming to bat for the Reds, Dreesen. Infield drawn in. The pitch to Dreesen. Dreesen bats it on the ground to the right of second. White dives for it, but it scoots by him. Base hit. Otis is running in for it. Still running. Foster scores. Bench is around third. They're waving Bench in, and he scores. Dreesen holds it first with a single as the throw comes into second. So the single drives in 2, and the Reds add to their big lead, outpacing the Orioles 10 runs to 2. Perez up there. And here comes Orioles manager Robinson. He's asking Patton for the ball. Coming in to relieve Patton is Dale, the right-hander. So Patton pitched to 4 batters. The game for Patton, 3 runs so far on 3 hits. 1 walk. He's responsible for the runner. For Dale, his first appearance in the series. He's a right-handed pitcher. Perez, bat in hand. The delivery. Hard 2 bouncer to short. Patak is there. Backhands it. Goes to second for 1. Back to first for 2. Double play. And that retires the side. That'll do it for Cincinnati. 5 runs on 5 hits. No errors. They are not in a generous mood. Orioles trailing 10 runs to 2. And will go to the home half. McEnany will now face the bottom of the Orioles lineup. McRae, White, and Patak coming up. McRae will lead it off. He lets 1 go. Grounded weakly to Dreesen. And he steps on first for the out. 1 down. White is the next hitter. Now McEnany pitches. And he walks him. Frank Moses down to first. That was White's first walk of the series. Patak's up. To the plate. And it hit him. The umpire's calling time. The trainer's out. Patak's in pain. It doesn't look good. But he'll stay in the game. He walks slowly down to first. Wilson getting ready to go. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. 2 gone. Now coming up, Porter. The runners take their lead. The offering, cut on. Poke to right. Base hit. They were off with a hit. White is around third. He's headed for home. Here comes the throw. Safe. Slid around the tag. The throw to third. Safe. And Porter holds it first. Single and an RBI. So Porter with a ribby single, but they still trail by 7. For Porter, his third hit of the series. 2 ribbies now for Porter. Royal hitter Brett. Here's the delivery. It's a high fly to right. Geronimo going back. He waits on it and makes the catch. The Royals have lost this game. The Reds have won it. Game 3 goes to the Reds. Cincinnati restricted the Royals bats to 6 hits. Painful for the Kansas City fans. Here's the line for the Reds. 10 runs on 12 hits, no errors. They lead 5 for the Royals. 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors. And they lead 9. Norman gets his first win. His record now 1-0. Littell takes his first loss. His record now 0-1. McEnany saves his first. So the Reds gain a step in this 7-game series. They now stand at 2-1. In the next game, the Royals will have another try in this 7-game series. They now stand at Cincinnati with 2 wins. Kansas City 1. Bye for now, everybody. This is WAPBA and Ernie Harwell saying so long from Kansas City. Final score, Cincinnati Reds 10, Kansas City Royals 3.
Okay, so the Reds, with a convincing 10-3 victory, go up 2-1. Let's take a look at the box score here from Game 3. So for the Reds, let's see. Joe Morgan, pair of hits, triple and an RBI, couple of walks, 2 runs scored. Cesar Geronimo with a 2 RBI double and a run scored there. George Foster, homer, 3 ribbies, couple of runs. Johnny Bench, 2 for 5 with 2 doubles and an RBI, 2 runs scored. Dan Dreesen, 3-hit day, double, 3 ribbies. And Davey Concepcion, a pair of hits, 2 runs scored. So 10 runs on the board for the Reds, including 5 in the 9th. Fred Norman picks up the victory for Cincinnati. 7 strong innings, 5 hits allowed, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts, and a couple of earned runs. And we've got, that's interesting. It had, who did we have? Gura and Gullett listed as the starters, but it went ahead and started Norman and Splittorff. So I'm not 100% sure why they did that. But at any rate, sorry, just to wrap up the Reds, Will McEnany with the save, 2 innings, 1 earned allowed, a couple of walks and a strikeout. For the Royals, 3-hit day by Willie Wilson with a run. Darryl Porter, 1 for 3 with an RBI. George Brett, double. Al Cowens, single and 2 RBI. And that about does it on their offense. Splittorff, no decision, 5 1/3, 5 hits, 2 walks, a strikeout, double, a triple allowed, and a pair of earned runs. Mark Littell, blown save, took the loss, 1 inning, 1 hit, 2 walks, a strikeout, 2 earned runs. Doug Bird came on, 2 innings, 3 hits, 3 earned. Marty Patton with no innings, 3 hits, 3 earned runs. And Rich Gale came on to put out the fire, but it was way too late at that point, 2/3 scoreless. So that about wraps it up for us here. Again, Cincinnati taking Game 3 by a score of 10-3. So keep your eye out for Game 4 of the World Series here, with the Royals trailing 2-1, but they are at home, so we'll see if they can even the series again at 2 games apiece. Until then, thanks for watching. Keep playing ball, and we'll see you soon. Take care.